What's up, everybody? It's your favorite I'm beginning to see a trends favorite nerd, and today we are looking at the SH Figuarts Clone Trooper Phase 2 and Battle Droid Alt. The reason why I say trend is because the last time they released a Clone Trooper, they also released a Battle Droid, so I'm wondering if that's just going to be a thing for them. They're just going to always do it by twos. So who knows? But either way, we'll get started. Oh, excuse me. I'm exhausted. I love this time of year, but all my kids are sick. All three of them. Coughing, sneezing, and preventing me from getting any sleep accomplished as a result. Hey. Trying to read. Rude. But whatever. The show must go on. So there he is next to his kind of classic deco. We'll get that out of the way, and we'll just get right down to this fella. He comes with a few accessories. A blaster, which is the exact same as the other one, including the paint apps. Just black cast, a couple silver paint accents, good to go. Same antenna piece. Mine is a little warped here, but not the biggest deal in the world. And then paint and wash around the edges of the accents and so forth, so that all works well. Silver paint looks good. We'll set that to the side. Well, let's see how we integrate that. So you can pop this piece out here, and you can put this piece in if you want that look, which is cool. But I think just to have a little variation on my shelf, I'm going to keep this one with the shorter antennas, just for a little variation. He also you can remove, well, I think, yeah, this whole piece, this whole assembly. And while we're here, we can talk about the articulation for this, and we can talk about the details on this head. So it has the black paint, and then it has the wear and tear on the metal accents all painted on, which looks really good and very natural. And then it has like a light wash around some of the edges, and then a darker wash back in here. Really good. Head is on a ball peg that hinges here, so the ball joint is in the top of the head, and then it hinges here, and then it also hinges here. So it's ridiculous. It's very nice. It's very nice indeed. But if you don't want that head, the real gimmick here is you can use this head, which we know happened, for better or worse, in Attack of the Clones. It's a nightmare. But yeah. What's nice is that we get to see the sculpt of this, so we know that remolds are coming, and we'll get, good looking 3POs, because this looks really good. It's got the translucent cover over the eyes. It's got the different layers of paint. Some dry brushing on the paint, or is it a wash? I can't tell. It might be a wash, but it's a wash over the entire, we'll say gold. We'll say that it's not really either, but we'll say that the face is silver and this is gold. There's a wash over the entire gold, so that's nice. And the sculpt work looks great, so I'm really looking forward to their original trilogy 3PO. Very much so. But you can just take that and plug it in there, and you got your 3PO battle droid. And articulation, you get the swivel, and that's pretty much it. You get a slight back and forth, but it's pretty much just the swivel. So, but I still think it's a pretty cool idea, and it's a very cool accessory, I think. So let's go through this. We'll talk about the accents and details and stuff, and then we'll go through the articulation. So you got this, it's like a light gray color that's painted around all the edges, to make it look like wear and tear, like just battle damage and such. And then we have some silver accents, and then we have washes applied to all the cracks, so to speak, in order to give it, a sense of depth. You can see it on the backpack, and that whole detailing kind of goes throughout the figure, so that's nice. The shoulders, you have this plate that hinges up, and then you have a hinge here, and this is the same thing that happened with the other one. but at least it doesn't break. But you can get up to there, and then it swivels around. So it's the same as the other one. If you, there's nothing new here. Bicep swivel as a result of that breakaway piece, so that's nice. 90-degree hinged elbow, ball hinge hand. You can see the joint right there. So you get in and out, slightest bit up and down. The fingers are on a hinge here and here, and then the thumb is stationary. And let's see if he can hold his gun. Yep. It's not the best, and there might be a better way to do it that I'm just not doing, but you know, it's just, this is not the best figure to try to get to hold a weapon. Let's see if you go around the whole thing. That works too, so no real complaints. And the gun also can plug in here. You can remove this piece. I don't have the nails to do it right now, but there we go. So you put that piece down. It goes in the trigger guard. So you can start down here at the bottom and then slide it through, and then it'll stay attached, which is pretty cool. For the diaphragm, we have a ball joint, and then these pieces move throughout. Sometimes they will come unplugged. You just plug them back in. It's fine. But yeah, pretty cool. So the swivels to there and there, forward to there, back to there, so on and so forth. And then we have these, which are, it's basically a hinge. It's a ball peg, I think, but you don't get much lateral movement out of it. Just pretty much the back and forth, which makes sense for the character, to be honest. And then the hinge knee, which gets you way past 90 degrees, and enough where you can fold him up in his kind of deactivated position, you know, as a battle droid. So that's a nice feature as well. And then the feet are on hinges here, so you get an ankle tilt all the way back to there, forward to there, and then the rocker is at a separate hinge. So all in all, no real complaints, having known the mold from a previous release. And as for this guy, it's pretty much nothing short of amazing, as we've kind of come to expect with most of the troopers, with the exception of the stormtroopers. So let's talk about it. The head sculpt is incredible. Perfect. Perfection. Looks great. Paint is great. Gray paint, black paint, the little bluish paint on the side accents. It's all sharp as a tack. It's all extremely well done. The head, it's on a double ball peg, but because of the sculpt, you don't get a whole lot out of it, but you get down to there and then back to there. Nothing really up, and then the side to side is fine. The shoulders, the shoulder armor plate is on its separate hinged ball peg assembly, so you can get that out of the way to reveal the disc hinge, which is connected to a ball peg inside of the torso, which gives you your butterfly joint back and forth as well as your up and down. There's a separate piece that is slightly loose, that's a covering piece that's also where it plugs in. So you can move the shoulder wherever you want, and then you can adjust the shoulder plate so that it all looks seamless. Range-wise, you can get all the way up to there, and then the swivel, and then you just adjust it afterwards. Works fine. Bicep swivel, little tight, but there. Is that a double jointed elbow? Gets you a little bit past 90 degrees. The elbow guard looks really good, hides that joint really well. There's a couple places where it looks a little too bulky, but I think for the most part it works extremely well. Wrist swivel in there on little ball pegs because they are interchangeable, which we'll talk about after we look at the figure, and that's all fine. We got the small black paint there on the chest. Nothing on the back. Oh man, big made in China unit on the back of that. Wish we could have found a better place for that, but oh well. Double ball peg in there for the torso, and then another ball peg down at the pelvis. So you get down to there, and then back to there, side to side, and the swivel. All works well. Floating belt piece, that works well. Hides the joint also. And then we have, let's see, it's like a universal joint for the hips. So you get out to there, and they don't drop down or anything. You just get straight out to there, which is just about 90 degrees. But to have it looking right, it's a little shy. And then forward to there, back to there, all works well. Thigh swivel, double jointed knee. Once again, the armor covers the joint fairly well. And then the ankle tilt down, up, and then toe hinge up. Gray paint on the bottom, looking great. Oh, you should get an ankle swivel as well. And yeah, that's a really well done trooper. Let's put him to the side. We'll talk about the accessories he comes with. One blaster rifle, and then one blaster. And he comes with trigger finger hands for both. We'll do there's one. Little, just the smallest little silver accents there on the handle, on the butt of the gun. It's crazy. And then, is there anything else? No, that's it. Oh, on the top too, on the tip, so to speak. And then the same for the smaller blaster, if it'll focus. And he holds that well as well. So, yeah. And then those are two trigger finger hands. You saw the two fist hands he has. He has two hands to hold the other end of the blaster rifle, and then two posing hands. So, not much more to ask for. And then size comparison wise, there he is with the Phase 1 Trooper. Final thoughts wise, I think that the Trooper is great, and that you should run and get him ASAP. I think that the Battle Droid is good. In the same way I think that the last Battle Droid is good. I just think that probably you can wait until it starts to like pop up on Amazon for a cheaper price, and you know, you don't have to rush and get it. I don't think I'll be rushing and getting any more Battle Droids. I'll kind of just be getting them as they come. You know, those import prices for the Battle Droid are just, it's a bit intense. Now, I know my buddy Sal is a big Battle Droid guy, and I know he's going to have to run out and get those ASAP, but for the rest of us normal folk, let's say, who aren't the biggest Battle Droid fans, Roger, I think you can just chill out and wait for them to pop up at Amazon or something and get them for like the 40 to 50 bucks range rather than the 60 to 80. I don't really have any complaints, you know, like they're good. The Battle Droid is a little fiddly, you know, but that's kind of not the toy's fault. It's the character design's fault, which I have plenty to complain about in that regard as well. If George Lucas ever wants to hear me or get my ear or get an ear full of what I have to give him in regard to a lot of the character designs from Episode 1. But that being said, there's nothing to say don't get it, except that, you know, they'll probably be available on the American market, you know, shortly for a cheaper price. I can't speak on the Clone Trooper. I would imagine that it's the same for him, but definitely for the Battle Droid, there's no way that that's going to be a super hot item. But they are good. The paint's good. The materials are good. The articulation is good. The playability is good. There's nothing really bad to say. All the accessories make sense. They're interchangeable. They're integrated, and it all is good stuff. So if you like it, get it. But you can always feel free to wait for the secondary market or wait for the American market to get kind of a cheaper price on a lot of this. Thanks for listening. Thanks for watching. Until next time, take care.